Following the death of Lois and her unborn baby, Superman turns against the Justice League members and decides to fight injustice by using injustice. How do you think that will work out? Hello, today, Anytime is here to show you a fantastic anime recap titled Injustice. Spoiler alert, watch out and take care. In the city of Metropolis, Superman wakes up beside his wife, Lois. He scans her and figures she's pregnant. He gets so excited that he hugs her through the sky. He tells her their child will have his preschool at Metropolis and screams about his plans. But Lois tells him they have their whole lives to make such plans. But they have to go to work that morning. She goes to prepare for work. As she leaves, Superman hears a noise outside his apartment telling him Batman is around. He goes to meet Batman while he fights some of his enemies. He helps out in fighting one and smiles at Batman, telling him he has something to say to him. Batman rightly assumes that his wife is pregnant. He tells him he made this assumption, seeing how Superman is so happy. He congratulates Superman and tells him he heard Joker is in his city, and that's why he has visited. And when he's done with Joker, he will leave. Batman leaves for a government research office, where they are researching kryptonite. Joker has destroyed the office, and he has taken their research materials, like kryptonite, to destroy Superman. On the other hand, Lois and her assistant, Jimmy, go to tail some criminals. After taking the pictures, Lois feels something's wrong, so she tells Jimmy they should leave, but Jimmy insists on taking one more picture. As he sets himself for it, Joker shoots him through the camera's lens, and he dies. He appears to Lois, who attempts to run, but Harley hits her. They carry her away. Superman gets to the scene and finds Jimmy on the ground, and Lois is gone. He goes to the research room to meet Batman and tell him to call the team and find Lois for him. Immediately, Batman calls all the team, while Superman parades the sky to find Lois. Flash parades the ground, and Wonder Woman checks the people she knows too. Eventually, Flash hears some Joker sound around the station. He enters into Scarecrow research room and finds him dead. He also finds out his research fear tonic has been stolen. He calls Batman and informs him before he falls into a gas trap laid by Joker and dies. Wonder Woman also discovers that Joker has left on a submarine with Harley and Lois. Superman starts searching the water for the submarine and finds it. He angrily enters to find his wife and inhales a mixture of fear tonic and kryptonite, which makes him see his fear, which is Doomsday. He assumes he's fighting Doomsday and kicks into the sky. Batman arrives with the others, and Wonder Woman uses her rope to strangle Joker and Harley. They confess that Superman is fighting his wife. Batman calls him immediately and tells him whatever he's fighting isn't what it is. As he looks well, he sees he's been fighting Lois. He sees stitches on her chest and finds out a nuclear bomb has been attached to her chest, and the whole city will explode after she dies. It's too late, and Lois dies. The city explodes, which causes the death of over 11 million people. He carries Lois down from the sky and mourns her, and Wonder Woman tries to console him. Meanwhile, in prison, Batman interrogates Joker and asks him why he specifically targeted Superman instead of attacking the whole Justice League, as he has always done. Joker tells him it's because he figured that when he attacks the whole league, he loses. But he knows if he divides the league and makes Superman do evil, it will be perfect. On the other hand, Superman says he's the cause of all the calamity, and Wonder Woman convinces him otherwise. He gives the remains of Lois to Wonder Woman and then attempts to fight Joker. Green Arrow tries to stop him by caging him, but he breaks out of his cage and removes his powers. Green Arrow advises him to grieve and not do anything against their personality. He refuses. During the interrogation, Batman tells Joker that Superman will never become what he wants him to be, and says he will grieve and overcome it. That doesn't seem like so for Superman, as he jumps into the scene immediately and kills Joker. He returns to his cave, where he says he thinks their ways aren't right, and they can always combat crimes by being nice, and they also need to eradicate crimes. While Batman refuses the idea, Wonder Woman supports it. She asks Batman how many times he has arrested and released Joker, and all these times, Joker still does evil things. So it's about time they start using harsh methods too. Superman and Wonder Woman take over the city's military weapon. They go to the president, Hussein, and warn him about using military efforts. He exposes himself to the United Nations and tells him his real name and identity, saying he wants a no-arm world where no country will use their military and nuclear weapons. He and Wonder Woman take time to go worldwide and destroy every military facility, then make several presidents sign a no-arms pact. The Justice League members meet together to talk about Superman's new act, and although Superman isn't at the meeting, Wonder Woman conveys their new plan, which is to create a new do-good law and kill everyone that does evil. While Batman and others do not like this idea, some leave, and some supports the idea. Superman destroys one of the US nuclear weapons, which they intend to use to destroy a city. As a result, the US leaders meet with him and the military leader. Bond says he's a threat to the military, and blocking an army operation is synonymous with treason. Bob says he has an idea that may bring Superman under control. He sends McCulloch over to Superman's father one night. They set the house on fire to get Superman's attention and takes his father away. When he arrives, McCulloch appears to him under the mirrors and warns him to stay out of US military acts. He says he can interfere if it's alien matters, but he should ignore any other military issues if he wants to see his father again. Disturbed, he meets with Wonder Woman and complains that he thinks he isn't doing the right thing, and if his father dies, he will lose his humanity entirely, as his father is one of the only things that's making him human. Wonder Woman promises that she and his other friends will help him get his father. Wonder Woman goes to meet McCulloch. She catches him, and he tells her he's under command. He tells him Superman's father, Mr. Kent, is in Bolivia. She takes McCulloch's belt and gives it to Superman to get his father. Meanwhile, Batman goes to the president and tells him that if Superman finds out he's the one that ordered the kidnapping of his father, Superman will kill him. Superman gives a public speech that he will relocate all the prisoners to a more secure prison where they won't be able to do anything. And Damian supports this idea. While Batman and Nightwing, all the other Justice League members order them to stop it. Green Arrow, who has helped Harley so that Superman won't kill her, takes Harley along for the operation. However, Harley drugs him and goes to the underground prison, and while Superman and Batman argue, she releases the criminal. A fight starts between the Justice League members and the criminals, and they all reunite to fight. During the fight, one of the criminals holds Damian, but Superman cuts off his hand. Nightwing helps Damian to get away from the hand, and as he does so, Damian mistakenly shoves him off, and Nightwing dies. Batman is angry and furious at Damian. He says he thinks he was repairable, but now he's realized he isn't. He carries Nightwing away. Superman calls Catwoman to soothe and console Batman. In heaven, Nightwing meets Ramakrishna, who tells him it's not his time and puts her spirit and soul into him, thereby naming him Deadwing. Batman organizes a meeting where they agree to steal the Red Sun cannon from the Fortress of Solitude and use it against Superman to take away his powers. Meanwhile, Damian also introduces Ra's al Ghul to help Superman. Batman and the League members break into Superman's home for the Red Sun cannon, but Ra's comes to help. During the commotion, one of the Green Arrow's arrows hit Mr. Kent and he dies. Superman kills Green Arrow immediately, and Batman instructs the others to run. Before his father dies, he tells Superman it was a mistake and he should forgive, but Raj advises him not to forgive. Superman does a press conference where he says any superpower holder who doesn't accept his rules will be killed and sends a surveillance drone, which kills some superpower holders. Superman also kills some people in a Joker's club, determined to save the world. Batman calls Plastic Man to save Mr. Terrific from prison. Superman also releases a drone called Amazo worldwide to ensure world peace. Amazo starts killing people anyhow, and when Superman calls to ask Ra's why, Ra's tells him Amazo is programmed to kill, and he only used Superman to get what he wants, and Amazo can also recreate all of Superman's powers. He asks Amazo to kill Superman. As the fight starts, the other Justice League members join to help Superman survive. Damian sees Batman fighting and feels pity. He attempts to return to his father, but Ra's refuses, and they start to fight. He can't overpower Ra's, but Deadwing comes in spirit. He joins Damian in the fight and helps Damian defeat Ra's. Damian apologizes to Deadwing, who tells him he has forgiven him, but begs him to stop killing everyone he fights with. Plastic Man clings to Amazo, thereby allowing the other members to use their powers, and they defeat Amazo. After the fight, one would have expected Superman to hug his friends, but he refuses. He says he will imprison them, and when Wonder Woman reminds him that they were the ones who saved him, he attacks Wonder Woman. Superman from another Earth comes to convince him, but he refuses and starts fighting him. The second Superman tells him he's weak, but he still refuses. He attacks Batman, asking if he thinks another Superman can make him hate his mind. Mr. Terrific brings a pregnant Lois from another Earth. Pregnant Lois says that she lost her husband, Superman, in her world. She tells him how sacred life is, and he eventually surrenders. He tells them to imprison him. At the movie's end, Batman starts preparing to build his life with Catwoman. Thanks for watching the recap. Kindly subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post the next recap. See you next time.